Hi, this is Don James from 105.5 The Team, and I'm with the new head coach of the Rochester RazorSharks, Chris Iversen. Thanks for spending a few moments with me.
Absolutely.
Well, the first question I have to ask is, what went through your mind when they told you you were the new head coach?
Honestly, let's go to work. There were a couple people that I wanted to talk to about it when I found out, but honestly, it was we got some things to do, and let's get right to it.
So you're 2-2, and you said you've got some work to do. So what changes do you think you're going to make in the short term and in the long term that'll make the team better and more competitive?
Well, short term, we took a look at kind of our defensive principles, our offensive structure a little bit, made some changes to that. Hopefully simplified some things for some guys that I think, with the changes that we made will benefit some guys individually. And in the long term, after Thursday's game, we'll take a look at personnel stuff and probably tweak some things here and there. But honestly, as of today, I've been happy with the group we got over the past week and the work they've done. So we won't make any changes, until at least after Thursday.
How has the team reacted to the coaching change? Have they seen it as a positive?
I'm not sure that would be a word to use, but they've been great. We met with myself and Coach Sellers met with each guy individually on Monday morning, and kind of explained the situation, explained our thoughts on it, what our expectations are moving forward, what our expectations are of each individual. And they've been really, really good from an effort standpoint, from a learning standpoint, and they've really had a good attitude about it, as good as you can have, and I've been really, really happy with them.
Well, that's good. Attitudes are important. It's certainly going to translate to better play on the court. Coming up, you have Chautauqua. What do you see as some of the keys to that game and how you might get it back on the winning column?
Well, we've got to be solid defensively. The loss last weekend, basically the short story of it is that we just traded baskets with them for the entire game, and they had the ball last. So, we've got to be really good defensively. And I think with the changes we've made this week, I think it'll simplify things for guys, and they won't have to think as much, and they can just go out and play. But the bottom line is we got to worry about ourselves. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about them. We are going to concern ourselves with the group that's in our gym and in our locker room, and that'll be our biggest and main concern. And again, if we play defensively, then we'll be fine.
Well, I want to thank you for the time. Congratulations on the promotion, and we'll see you tomorrow night at the game.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So I'm with Coach Sellers now, and I want to thank you for spending a few moments with me. Tell me a little bit about the coaching change and what it means for you and your role with the team.
It was tough. Chris Delio is a good friend of mine, as is Sev, and I love the Rochester RazorSharks organization, which is why I recommended Chris. In this world of basketball, sometimes things don't work out. Chris is a great coach. He'll be fine. It's tough. These type of things are tough. It's tough on fans, tough on everybody involved. Sev is not a guy that wanted to relieve a guy, or Dominic's not that type of guy, but it comes with the territory. Chris didn't want to be relieved, but he understands it comes with the territory. But Chris Delio will be back in basketball somewhere.
So what do you have to do a little differently now that it's just you and Chris?
We've worked together before. I was lucky enough to win a championship here with my big brother, Rob Baker. And I know him well. This has been a long time coming for him. It's just sit back and listen, be his eyes and ears. He's from day 2 when I was here before, I called him Radar from MASH. Chris usually knows what you're thinking before you're thinking it. Very intelligent young man. So this is his chance, and he's been waiting on a chance, and he'll be fine. And I'll just sit back, listen, and whatever he needs. If I can interject here and there without swearing, it'll be fine. He'll be good.
In an earlier interview, I'm going to put you on the spot. In an earlier interview, you were trying to untie his shoes when we were talking to him. He said that you offer some comedic energy. Do you think that's a good thing?
Well, I grew up a poor white man, and back in the 60s, I'm sorry, I'm black, I forgot. I try to offer some comedic value somewhere. Sometimes you just want to keep it light, and then you got to know when to say when. The one thing about it is we want to have fun. This game is a wonderful game. I've been in it at the highest level, and it's a wonderful game. And at this level, you just want to be able to help people get better, help coaches get better, and then have fun in the meantime. It's just a long season when you're losing and it's not fun.
We talked about attitudes, and you bring up an important point. I guess keeping it light will keep the attitudes more positive, which, of course, could relate to wins. You have Chautauqua coming up. What do you see as some of the keys to that game and how you could get in the win column?
Well, the minor league system, I've been lucky enough, as Chris Delio had, to be in the minor leagues for quite a while. And the minor leagues that were guys like Earl Cureton, Jeff Malone, Scott Brooks, George Carl, those guys. And those were tough minor leagues. Now it's a little different, but here's the one thing that's common with all these. Guys say, this league getting that, this league getting that, this league getting that. I think all minor leagues are great. These guys come to play hard every night. Now, I don't care if it's Chautauqua, if it's Kentucky, if it's whoever. These kids come to play hard every night. This is their NBA. So with us not really seeing them a lot, we've just got to come out and worry about Rochester. We got to come out and defend. We got to come out. I don't care what their record is, whether it's 4-0, 0-4, 1-1, 1-2. They're going to come to play. There's something called pride in basketball, pride in all sports, and you take pride in your interviews. I see it. I've watched a few of your interviews. You got to take pride and come out and see where the coaching comes in is in the second half. What adjustments do we have to make? Is this guy killing us here, or what could we do better? That's when the coaching starts to come in. So for now, we just got to worry about Rochester, and in the second half, hopefully we won't have to worry a lot, but we will, don't worry, and make adjustments.
Very well put. I want to thank you for your time. Best of luck with Chautauqua, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.